Welcome back, everybody, to my last brain cell. Happy Tuesday, man. I hope last week was good to you. I hope you had a great weekend, and I hope this week has been good to you so far. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Last week was a test, man. I don't know what was going on. I've been given a little bit more responsibility at work, which means that I have to now learn some new things. And my boss was kind of scrambling a bit because he's going on vacation, or I should say, he's on vacation now. We had a couple of days off last week, so he was like, "Yo, I need you and one other person to like learn these things, so you can kind of cover my days off, so that we don't have to bother our other bosses." It's been exhausting. I've been working some longer hours, right? Like for context, on average, I was usually working like 45, maybe 46 hours, depending on, what was going on any given day. Last week, I worked 55 hours. And that, my job isn't like laborious. Like, I'm not running around or doing anything crazy, but just sitting in front of a computer screen all day, staring and trying to learn these things, it's exhausting. But we're making it through. All glory to God, too, because because my boss really is on my side as far as, kind of acknowledging that I put the work in. He did everything in his power to kind of help me get promoted, so all glory to God there. I just got a promotion, which came with a pretty nice pay bump too, so i'm I'm beyond ecstatic. Yeah, it definitely has softened the blow as far as, some of the work I've been doing. It made it that much more bearable. But today I decided I can't work late today. You know why? Because I'm here for you guys. It's recording day. So I'm going to make sure we get this video out. But anyway, let's get to some Tower Stack. I got a fun episode today planned for you guys. We're going to do something a little different before we move on to Cards Against Humanity later. But first, you know why we're here. Question of the day. And today's question of the day is, do you think you have main character energy? Do you think you have main character energy? Now, for some of you, that might seem like a very bizarre question. Like, what the hell does he mean, main character energy? Let me explain. And I feel like main character energy is a phrase that is like unique to anime specifically, right? Like, I don't think when I hear main character energy, I don't think about like Harry Potter. I don't think about, Mike from Bad Boys. I don't think about them. You feel me? I think about like Asta. I think about Ichigo, Naruto. Like, those are the people who come to mind when I think about main character energy. So my question to you is, in your day-to-day life, do you think you exude main character energy? Like, do you think when people look at you, they know, wow, this person has got it going on? I don't know what it is, but they've got it, man. Like, they've definitely got it going on. I'm not gonna change any piece because I think that's silly. They've definitely got it going on. So, like, in your day-to-day life, do you think you exude main character energy? And personally, respectfully and cockily, and it's not a word, but it's gonna be right now, I definitely think I exude main character energy. Like, I think that by being myself, my most authentic self, I can low key capture a room. Like, I can, make connections and friends anywhere. People fuck with me. Like, with like people who really fuck with me, really fuck with me. Like, for example, I work out at a Planet Fitness, and I made friends with a guy who works out there. Um, my man Eric, man, he's a cool dude, man, and it started out as just like head nods, black man and black man, you feel me? And then eventually, like, he and I started chopping it up, and I started chopping it up with more people in the gym. They were like, yo, man, I've realized that, you doing this, you doing that. I see you working out, you putting the work in, blah, blah, blah. And I stay to myself at the gym. I got my headphones on. I be dancing around the equipment. I be in my own little world. But like, people still come up to me and like talk to me. And I think it's because I just exude that main character energy, that energy that makes you say, this nigga right here, yeah, he's about it. What is it? I don't know, but I know he bout it, and people just they fuck with me, man. They come up to me, they want to be part of my world. They want to share my presence, right? Like, so going backwards, talking about my homie Eric, I had the privilege of talking to his two kids he brings to the gym, right? Like Eric, he's almost definitely old enough to be my father, right? Maybe not, maybe not. I could be jumping the gun, but he's definitely a little bit older than me. And he has two kids who are both teenagers, so he was bringing them to the gym. We was all chopping up like we were one big family, and I hadn't seen them in months. Like it's been since probably before the new year since I've seen these people, right? And today I went to the gym, and I wasn't gonna go to the gym this morning because work has been so crazy that I've been getting on early to kind of like, because I haven't fully figured out how to integrate some of the new stuff into my day to day. I've been getting on earlier to kind of get a leg ahead, or get ahead in the game, I should say, to make sure that I can complete all the other tasks that my manager needs me to complete now, right? So I I've been going to the gym at night, but today, obviously, I knew I had to record. So I went to the gym early this morning, right? And look, everything happens for a reason. So my man Eric and his son came up. His son came to the gym a little bit later, and we was chopping it up. And they were like, "Yo, man, you looking good?" This and third. I was like, "Yo, bro, I've been chilling." Said, "Nah, you been working, man." I was like, "What can I say? You feel me?" Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I know I said I failed 75 hard in the sense of like, I wasn't doing the 2 workouts a day every day. I definitely stopped reading the 10 pages a day. But I've been putting the work in. Like, I've been keeping my diet real tight too. And I've been taking some progress pictures. The progress is progressing. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, even just wearing this sweater, the last time I wore this sweater, I couldn't zip it all the way up because it was like hugging my stomach. Like, but right now, like my stomach feel flat as fuck. My titties is feeling real juicy and strong. Like, yeah, and I can zip this all the way up without feeling uncomfortable. The gains is gaining, y'all. But anyway, yeah. So I genuinely think that I exude main character energy. Like, even to kind of switch gears a bit, I think in a sense too that my main character energy makes people say things around me that they probably shouldn't say to other people. I had a boss at my old job who was talking about one of his subordinates, right? So the way Wegmans used to work is there's a store manager who oversees everything, and then they have three different managers who oversee different aspects of the store. There was the service area manager who took care of all the service areas, so like registers, bathroom, things like that. There was a merchandising manager who took care of merchandising, making sure that things around the store looked pretty and were eye catching for customers. And then there's the perishable manager who took care of the perishable side of the stores, like your bakery, your seafood, your your meat, your deli, all those things, right? So there was one time when he and I we would have weekly meetings. This is when I was food safety, so he and I would have weekly meetings, just to kind of see what was going on in the store. He can get a pulse, or get an idea what was going on, so that way if things came up, he wasn't blindsided. And it came towards the end of our conversation. He was talking about how his perishable manager, her friends were getting promotions, and how she was getting really pissed about it. And I am 93% sure that he should not have shared his information with me, but he was like, "Yeah, man, she's really pissy about it." And I keep telling her, "Yo, stop worrying about what they're doing." He was like, and I could see in his face once he said it, he regretted saying it, but he just kept talking. Like there were things that this man said to me that I was like, I shouldn't be privy to this information. I'm not gonna tell you to stop. Give me the tea. But I almost definitely shouldn't be privy to this information. But hey, what can I say? When you got a main character in your face, how can you not share the info, bro? But anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you think you exude main character energy? And while you're putting your answer in the comments, I'm gonna get something a little crazy. So last summer, Coca-Cola released their zero sugar Oreo flavor, right? And I became obsessed with it because if you guys remember, I was trying. I also did 75 hard last summer, and I was dying. I needed that sweetness. You feel me? So I was getting diet sodas to kind of help because I didn't want to drink my calories, right? With that being said, I had seen around, that same time, people were taking their core power and mixing it with a soda to make like a fake root beer float, right? So I wanted to try it again with the good old fashioned core power elite, 42 grams of protein, 230 calories in here. So like this is like my fake dinner, or this is like my snack before my dinner because I didn't eat dinner yet. So this will be like a good just protein boost for the day because I think I'm still pretty low on my protein. So I got this because Coca-Cola has done it again and released another new flavor. Motherfucking orange cream, man. And if there's one thing I really like, it's a good creamsicle. Now, if you guys remember, if I don't know if you guys know this, but Ghost, the pre-workout energy brand and protein brand that I usually use, they also have an orange cream flavor, which is like my favorite flavor of all time. My boys at W, code MLBC, save 10%, also have an orange cream flavor, which is way better than Ghost energy creamsicle. I shit you not. I forget what it's called, but the orange cream at Dubby, it is so delicious. And that's not to say the Ghost one is bad, but the Dubby one, phenomenal. Another level. So I decided, why not try my hand at a protein creamsicle? If they have energy creamsicles, why not make a protein one? So today, you guys are going to be privy and I guess witnesses to this creamsicle root beer or soda float of sorts, right? I'm nervous. Now I shouldn't be nervous because we know that the soda mixed with this core power elite is good. Ooh, bubbled up there. But do we know if the core power elite with the orange cream is gonna hit the same? I'm gonna wait for this to bubble down before I try it. But let's find out. All right, y'all. Bone apple teeth, as the kids say. Oh, I got mostly foam there. Oh, hold on. It should be illegal how delicious that tastes. Wow. I didn't put a lot of soda. Like you can still see the top from there. I put probably about half the bottle of this core power. Y'all, that's the one. I don't think I should try the orange cream with any other flavors. Like it might hit with the chocolate one, but I can't see the orange cream hitting with the strawberry one. I think that's gonna be too much going on. But with the chocolate, I might have to try that one on my own time. Not everything needs to be content. I mean, everything can be, but whoo, that's a winner. So I highly recommend if you're looking for something really fun and also high in protein this summer, grab a Core Power Elite, grab an orange cream, zero sugar. You feel me? 0 calories in this. So this is basically 230 calories, 42 grams of protein, and extra delicious. Do it, try it. I'm almost definitely gonna kill the rest of this drink, but yeah, Cards Against Humanity coming up next. I cannot believe just how delicious that actually was. I knew it'd be good, or let me rephrase, I was hoping it would be good, but I did not anticipate it knocking my socks off. That shit was divine. I'm almost definitely like gonna get more of those and make that a staple for my week. I don't know what else to tell you. But anyway, let's see what we got going on for Cards Against Humanity today. What gives me uncontrollable gas? This can go so many ways of right and so many ways of wrong. What gives me uncontrollable gas? Is this something that gives you guys uncontrollable gas? I don't think fiber gives me uncontrollable gas. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I do think I'm slightly lactose intolerant. I refuse to know. I've been living in ignorance because it's not proven yet. But I know for sure, like an insane amount of fiber. Gassy, 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 y'all. What gives me uncontrollable gas? Oh, this is, oh my God. Only dating Asian women, Jews, hipsies, and homosexuals, necrophilia. This, I see why it says that this is the game for just horrible people, because why are these the answers I drew? What gives me uncontrollable gas? Honestly, I think the best answer is going to be necrophilia. Besides the other two sounding like hate crimes, I think necrophilia is the best answer solely because I think about the embalming part and like all the gas that people already have in their bodies anyway. And if you're a necrophiliac, you're almost definitely dealing with some of the gas that these people have. So maybe it's contagious. Maybe you're hearing them fart and burp and all these things, all these sounds come out their body, and you're just like, shit, I might as well follow suit, because not like they're gonna judge or tell me when I had super bad gas. So to remain uncanceled in this world, my answer will be necrophilia. Which one are you guys picking? Please don't pick the other two. But if you are, leave it in the comments. What gives you uncontrollable gas? Only dating Asian women, Jews, gypsies, and homosexuals? Or necrophilia? Let me know in the comments. And while you do that, I'll get the wheel of fun, of course. Almighty wheel, show us what you want today. Damn, what a rough stop. Fun fact, allow me to break out the handy dandy notebook. All right, now let's see what we got going on here. Okay, all right. Okay. I think this is the funniest thing. You know what? Yeah, let's do that one. Did you know giraffes' tongues can be 20 inches long? That's almost 2 feet of tongue. 2 feet of tongue? So, fellas, and I guess women who also like to partake in the act of giving cunnilingus, what would you do? Would you brag about having a 20-inch tongue, or would you try to hide it as best you could before revealing it to your partner? But also, let's just imagine that you've evolved to a point where your skull, your body, your head can hold a 20-inch tongue in your mouth without it having to be like rolled like a fruit roll up and like banded together like wads of money. In a world where you naturally adapted to have, a 20-inch tongue, are you gonna brag about that? Or are you just gonna let your partner find out once you go down on them? You're gonna be like, yeah, baby, we've been going together for a while now. I want to take it to the next step. Lay back, I got you. And just like, wow, tongue. Like, that's a lot of damn tongue. 20 inches of tongue? That's nuts. Like, you probably don't got a pipe. Like, realistically, you can put your entire tongue in her body. That sounds crazy insane, but it's fucking true. I don't know. Would I want 20 inches of tongue? That just sounds barbaric. Pause. You know what? I'm not even going down that path. I don't think I even need 20 inches of tongue, because just to have that in my, like, imagine having to brush your fucking tongue. Nah, I don't want it. I just took myself out of it. I don't want it. Yeah, keep me with the regular human-sized tongue. 20 inches, almost 2 feet of pink flesh? Fuck that. Let me know what you guys would want. Would you want 20 inches of tongue? Because that shit sounds heinous. I don't know. Giraffes are out here different. They also got the long neck, so they have the body structure for a long tongue, but that's crazy. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. As I've been saying, man, we on mission 1K, 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Now, I did lose a subscriber. I don't know how, but I ain't tripping off of it. You feel me? Every setback has a major comeback. You feel me? And I know that this year is going to be great. So I don't know if I know I've been sharing it, but next week too, next week is DreamCon, y'all, and I can't wait. So much amazing content is going to come from DreamCon. And how could I forget? Please tell me that y'all saw the YouTube post. You did it, then hopefully you saw the Instagram post or wherever else I posted it, because the next phase for the My Last Brain Cell cinematic universe is called Clandestine Cuisines. Allow me to give you a quick breakdown before I let you go. So, going backwards to last year, right? Once I finished 75 Hard, I knew I wanted to to treat myself to some pizza. I love pizza. And I decided to make it content. So I had the privilege to travel around, my Buffalo area and go to various pizza spots and try out all types of pizza. I loved every second of it. Clandestine cuisine is kind of built in the same vein, except that I don't want to go to places that the masses deem as popular. And by the masses, I mean, like tens of thousands of people. Like, yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, it's great. Of course, I've been there. I want to go to the places that don't have that huge of a following, but have the food that requires that huge of a following. Like there's a lot of places that I've seen, just going on Instagram and stuff that have a very small following, but have amazing foods. I have a running list right now of all the places that I want to visit in my Buffalo area / Western New York. So if you are in Rochester, Syracuse, Buffalo, I probably won't go further than Syracuse. Like let's stay in that 3-hour range. But if you are in those areas and you have a food spot that you think I should check out, please let me know. It's coming in June. My first place is already lined up. The difference between the pizza reviews and these reviews is that you're only gonna get one a month. All right, I can't just be stuffing myself with all this delicious food. I gotta maintain the gains that I have made over the last, what are we at, 72 days, right? 71, whatever. I gotta maintain those gains. So I'm only gonna go out once a month. But the biggest difference, I think, is gonna be that I won't be dual recording. So almost like Sip Read Repeat, where you only get the Sip Read Repeat episode on Sunday and not an actual My Last Brain Cell episode, the Clandestine Cuisine episode will follow that same format. So whenever you get a Clandestine Cuisine episode, you will not get a podcast episode, right? And I did that just to kind of keep my sanity and to keep a timeline. What's the other big difference? There's one more thing I'm doing different. The other big difference, and I thought about not sharing this, but I will. The other big difference is that these will be shot in restaurant. So like wherever the establishment is, if they have a brick and mortar and a place for me to sit down and eat, we will shoot the reviews in restaurant. Oh, also, you won't be privy to where I'm going prior. So unlike the pizza reviews where I was drawn from a hat going, all right, boom, here we go. Nah, you won't know. You won't know until the episode comes up. You won't know until the episode comes up. So we're going to keep a little element of surprise when it comes to these places, y'all. But please know I'm super excited. So the places I've reached out to and have reached out back to me, please know I am extremely grateful for this opportunity to shed some light on the amazing products that you guys create. Because I'm ready to chow down, man. Yeah, Clandestine Cuisines. Be on the lookout. The logo is floating around, you know what I mean? And I'll unveil the playlist once I get my first episode in there. But that's all I got for you. Mission 1K. So let me make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I think I did it the right way this time. Tell a friend and tell a friend. That's all I got for you guys. Until next time, this is King Echo, signing off.